AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I don't know if we can risk this team going to another second round attempt. Last year's playoff, that second round was horrible. We should have swept Indiana and we should have swept the 76ers. And in my opinion, I said it in real time, it's all because of him. All because of him. I don't care about them injuries. You had 8-9 guys that were willing to go, and you don't want them to play. And I don't understand why. Second round, who just said that in the comments? You think we making the second round? Like with there's no bench. The Boston Celtics, nobody really talked about Peyton Pritchard last year. We kind of slept on them, but it seems like they have the identity of the team still in the game. They still hustle hard. And the guys that we have to hustle hard, we didn't play. If we make it to the second round AllBall, that would be, it depends how we did it. Because if we do it the same way that we did this year, that's a definite firing. He shouldn't even be allowed in the NBA anymore.
But now what you're saying is making my point. If we don't make the second round, that shouldn't even be a thought. So that even creeping into your psyche is making my point even more valid. And I'm gonna repeat it again. You are a reflection of your coach. We are never ready to play. Like I said, on defense, we are terrible. Fully understand we had a good December, but look at the teams we played. But still, we got to beat who's in front of us.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
But I'm saying we miss assignments. We look baffled out there. And even with Cat, we still don't play good basketball. Remember, OKC got away with playing Lou Dort and Williams on Cat the whole game. So what was the game plan? Cat should have had 50. You think any great center or coach is going to allow a guy that's 6'6", 6'7" to guard their 7-footer when Cat is having a dominant season like he's having? It just goes to show the disrespect and the lack of respect that teams have for the Knicks and the coaching staff. Tom Thibodeau is not a good head coach. And Flea, you're correct. We don't have a bench. Fabian attests to it too. Okay, cool. But when we watch these other teams go 8, 9, 10, 11 deep, how do we know if guys are not given a chance? But once again, that goes with coaching. Listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say it. I know y'all ain't scared to say it, but y'all may not feel how I feel. Tom Thibodeau's not an NBA head coach. I'm going to get it over with. I don't think he can go anywhere and be a good head coach. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Everywhere he's been, he hasn't been a good head coach. That is 100% fact. And then now you give him a title contending team, and he's finding a way to jam it up. He wasn't successful in Chicago. He wasn't successful in Minnesota. And you telling me right now with the Knicks 5-6 seasons, he's successful? We haven't been to an Eastern Conference Finals.
What is success, though? What are we measuring success? Championship? Or are we measuring all his teams are winning teams? OG, you know that.
Hey, Flea, we lose the same. Flea, we lose. All right, I'm not saying we got to go to a championship, but Flea, we lose the same way every game, every season.
Yeah.
Yo, Flea, Mark Jackson ain't got a job either. Like, eyes on the prize, brother. Basketball season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Download the app today and you can use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
You said Mark Jackson's name about 4 times tonight.
Listen, not man, hiring because I'm not saying I'm not trying to hire him, but it's the fact that people were in love with Mark Jackson the same way, And I don't get the whole thing. I was saying that about Thibs from a long time ago. And I was saying it in the playoffs. I said it when the trade happened. You just traded the whole identity of this team. And now all of a sudden we panicking. I said it before December. We're playing a bunch of bums coming up. Don't get gassed up with these stupid ass fake trap games.
Yo, Nick Hunter GM said, yeah, but he makes the playoffs. Half the NBA makes the playoffs. Your point is what? What are you talking about? Make the playoffs to do what? Be successful, man. Don't lose Game 7 at home against Indiana, who is bums.
Yo,
come on, man, get out of here, man.
It's okay.
Niggas kill me with that. We always okay with minimal shit. We always okay as a fan base with doing nothing. He ain't a good head coach. He ain't. I ain't trolling. I've been on his time since I got on social media. I ain't never liked Thibs. He sit on that sideline with his arms crossed and don't do nothing. He ain't a good defensive head coach. He is a bad head coach. Let's call it what it is. And if we don't get to the second round of the season, I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear this shit. I want to hear this shit.
Flea, with the adjustments, though, real quick, Cat is officially out with knee tendinopathy, whatever it is, right? And they're saying it's stress on the knee. It's just overplaying it, right? And I said the other day, I even heard Draymond Green complaining he didn't want to play the 5. And it felt like Cat was playing strictly the 5 for 2 straight games back to back. I don't know if that was just Thibs going, yo, fuck it. Let's just keep going. And there's no adjustment.
Fellas, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. When y'all get a chance, because if I'm wrong, then I apologize to everybody in the chat and to y'all. Can somebody please explain to me what makes Thibs a good head coach? Whenever y'all get a chance, I would love to hear somebody explain to me what makes Thibs a good head coach.
Well, hold on. I don't even think that I'll answer the question, but I don't think that from our vantage point, like, hold on now. Let's slow down for a second. Cause I hear you, OG, but we went through Derek Fisher. We went through Jeff Hornacek. We went through, I'm missing guys right now. We went through some shit for a long time, right? And now we smell a little success or smell what it looked like to even see the playoffs. You said everybody make the playoffs. There was a decade straight we never saw it. So, like, hold on for a second. Like, all right, we upset with Thibs. Hold on. We upset with Thibs. I got it. But
fellas, I'm just asking what makes him a good head coach, though. Hold on. No disrespect to you, Flea. I see the chat. Everybody's not answering my question. I'm asking what makes Tom Thibodeau a good head coach? Because I don't care how long nobody been watching sports. I'm asking what we're watching now. I'm asking. I'm not talking about 40 years ago, Flea. I'm not talking about 20 years ago. I'm asking today. I'm asking what makes Tom Thibodeau a good head coach to where if any of you guys on the screen or on the chat, they gave you a list of coaches, would you have Tom Thibodeau coach your basketball team?
An up-and-coming team.
Depending on the list.
I think he's done his job. Like, he gets the most out of his players. Josh Hart was, again, Josh Hart, Randall, Mitchell Robinson. Cat has never played like this ever in his life.
And the last time he did play like this, it was under Thibs. The last time he had a career season, it was under Thibs.
Yes. And Flea, did you hear his pops the other day? I never seen my son play like this before in my life. So he gets the best out of them, and I think he builds confidence. He builds trust. He knows the game. He can talk the game. But to your point, he might not be a head coach for a championship.
That might be it. And there's some coaches that are probably better as the second guy on the bench, right? That don't make them bad. Like I think Mike Brown is a good coach. He got a raw deal. But to be honest, he might just be better suited as an assistant coach. Let me ask you, what makes Thibs a bad coach? You said he's a bad coach. What makes him a bad coach?
He damn near gets out coached every other game. Damn near every other game he gets out coached. We are never ready to play. We always start off slow. The defensive assignments we miss is horrific. The fouls we commit is horrific. His adjustments is terrible. Like I said, if we play OKC and you got guys that's 6'6", maybe 6'7", guarding your best player that's a 7-footer, Why is the game plan is we're going down the cat every play until they understand you can't do that. All I'm saying is, and then you don't hold Brunson accountable. Fabian said it numerous times when we had Randall. You don't hold Randall accountable. He falls in love with guys like Sims who gets too much playing time when they're not ready to play basketball. And this is his 4th year. So for me, I just don't. Now, y'all brothers know me better than anybody. Yeah, you know me, I exaggerate and I go over the top. So maybe I'm exaggerating, but I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, what makes him a good head coach? Because at this point, we are playing bad basketball. If people gonna sit there and tell me what we're watching from our team is good basketball, then y'all just doing this to round me up and troll me. Seriously. Because even on the 9-game winning streak, Fleet, Fabian was attested to it, and a lot of people was. And we even said, like, yo, like you said, Fleet, we got a gauntlet coming up. This is going to be the test. Let's see what happens. And we started off 0-3. We lost to 2 teams we should have beat. And we're losing games easily. Like, we getting our ass kicked. Like I said, this ain't going into overtime. Ain't nobody in Orlando had a 60-point game where it's like, God damn, so-and-so's on fire. There's nothing we can do.
But I think there's a lot that goes into what's happening on the court.
But I'm sorry, Fee. I gotta
go ahead
because I gotta double down with what AllBall is saying. It's not he's getting out coached, and it's because it's not that hard to out coach him. That's the problem. Your shit is simple. Like, that's the problem. And I don't care what sport it is, boxing, tennis. Once you single-minded, stubborn like that, I'm gonna figure you out. It's easy work. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
y suscribe.